What's up, guys? Yo, what's up, guys? The dev stream should be starting in about 8 minutes. So I guess I'll just hang around like the main menu or something. I don't know. Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yeah, good morning to everyone. I know this is an early stream for most of you guys. This is really early. So, well, not super early, but you know what I mean. Early for me because I usually stream late at night. Yo, Nightmare, what's up, man? What's up, everybody? Sue Man, long time no see. Bambi says the sky is up. Yep, the sky is up. Well, it's actually raining outside for me. It's raining pretty hard. Raindrops. What's up? What's up? Rise and grind. That's right. We're about to watch the dev stream in like 7 minutes. In a couple minutes. So everyone's like on summer break, right? At least most of you guys. Anything I hope gets addressed? I don't know. I'm going into it without any expectations. What is this? What is this? New mythics. Hold on. What is this? Hold on. Hold on. What is this? Hold on, guys. New mythics. Hold on. What is this? Oh! Oh! What is this? Yo, what is that? The ornament is kind of ugly, but hold on. Do I need to go buy these? Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Outfits. New mythics. Okay, what is this? Zodiac Warrior. Everyone got aura? Oh, snap. Everybody has aura. Oh, shit. Let me check out Raider. Hold on. Let me check out Raider. Customize. Oh, that ornament. Yeah, I don't know about that ornament. I don't know about this ornament. That looks cool. All right, let me check out the knights. I checked out. I think knights are probably yellow. Yeah, knights probably have yellow. Orange. Yeah. Oh, he has like a Cerebus head. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, you say it's yellow? Yeah, it might be yellow. It's called Plasma Shock. So they have it on execution as well? Oh, yeah, that looks pretty cool. All right, yeah, that looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty cool. All right, yeah, that looks pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Did these just come out today? Or were they out yesterday and I just didn't know about it? Let me see if the dev stream is up. Let me see if the dev stream is up, guys. Yeah, it's up. It's up. All right, cool. Boom. All right, let's sit and watch, guys. Starts in 3 minutes. We got the countdown for you, right on screen. New executions. Oh wait, I don't think there's new executions. Let me check. Nah, no new executions. Nah, there's no new ones. Nope. There is. Hold on. Nah, they're not out yet. They're not out yet. How can I get Destiny 2 beta? You have to pre-order Destiny. You gotta pre-order Destiny 2, and the beta comes out on the 18th. So that's in 12 days. Am I going to get Destiny 2? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Destiny or Assassin's Creed? I say Destiny. You'll be playing the game longer. Charlie, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it, man. Actually, let me get my headphones. Let me grab my headphones. Open beta starts July 21st. That's for Xbox, Bambi. Xbox is July 21st. PS4 is the 18th. Because they have some like exclusive agreement thing with PlayStation, and PlayStation gets all the content early. JR says, was there an update? They added in new mythic outfits. Do I have the pillow? I don't feel like grabbing it. It's over there. I don't feel like grabbing it. Y'all can see I just woke up, man. I literally woke up like an hour and a half ago. I didn't even make up my bed yet. You dare me to play a random hero? I can do that, but right now we're gonna watch the dev stream. Starts in 50 seconds, guys. Sir Borks a lot. What's up, man? Vix, what's up? What's up? You bought the new effect? Yeah, I need to buy it. I don't know who I'm gonna buy it for though. Vega whatever 64. What's up, man? Do I think Centurion is OP due to his endless combo? I thought they patched his endless combo. Yeah, we got an early stream. We're just watching the dev stream. All right, here we go.
Oh, you're there. Hi, guys. It's me. It's Eric Pope. It's the Warriors Den. It's Thursday. We're back, as we always are. Yes, it's just me on the couch, but soon we'll be joined by plenty of our friends. Don't worry. We actually got a pretty good show for you today. Some surprises, even. So on the show today, we're going to be announcing something that's a new initiative for us. I won't get into it right now, but we'll get into it in about 2 seconds with Luke. That's going to be at the top of the show. And then we're going to have another Vault segment with Luke. He's got an old video he wanted to share, as he does. And yes, Pascal, I'll remove my bottle of water. God, F you, Pascal. And then we'll be joined by Damien and Roman. They're going to recap how our public test server, our first ever public test went this past weekend. They're going to have some good feedback, and we got great feedback from you guys. So thanks again to everyone who participated.
All right,
then we'll
get
do
to the
Q&A
point.
with them, community videos.
I need you to get to the point.
Some shout outs, and then we'll be out of here. So before any of that, very short news of the week this week. We don't have a ton of items to share. One big item that you should know, we talked about patch 1.09 last week on the show. If you missed that, we went in depth on a lot of the patch notes. If you want to see the notes, they're on forhonorgame.com right now. Go to our site for the full patch notes. But in fact, we've mentioned PC was not likely for this week, and in fact, it's true. So the PC version will be out next week on the 13th for version 1.09. And in fact, the console version will be the week after that on the 20th. That is how it shook out with our certification process. It's not always going to happen that way, and it doesn't always happen that way, but for this time, 1 week behind. So
Wow.
but check out the patch notes if you didn't see it. They are long. There's about 13 pages of them. There's a lot of detail there. So inform yourself if you don't know. Also on the news front, new content this week.
New content.
We've got new mythic outfits, one for every hero.
We already saw those.
15,000 steel each. And we're going to roll the video right now and be back with Luc Duchesne.
All right, here we go. New content of the week. We just saw it, guys. 14 new mythic outfits. All right, Warden looks pretty cool. I like the ornament. Not so much with the Conqueror. I mean, it's all right. It's okay. It's okay. Peacekeeper, decent. Lawbringer, I can't really see Lawbringers. Centurion, yeah, I like Centurions. Centurions looks cool. Raiders looks okay. Not the best in my opinion. Warlord, Warlord is trash. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like Warlords. Berserker looks cool. I like that. I like the ornament. Valkyrie, no. Hell no. That looks terrible. Kensei, no. Sorry, Kensei is a no. Dagoki, I guess. Orochi, Orochi's is average. Just your average ornament. Nobushi, hold on, let me see. Shinobi's is basic. I don't recommend anyone buy Shinobi's unless you just want the effect. Available now.
Those are available now. My bottle is returned.
You know what? People are stuck with Pascal for 1 hour during the Warriors Den.
That's true.
He's sitting next to me over 40 hours a week. So people, they see what I have to endure on a day-to-day basis.
He's terrible.
So I'm more than happy to share the love with our players. And now he's threatening to leave the room. I love that. Okay, I'm going to put the bottle back.
So, Luke, what are you here for? We got an announcement.
Yes, we do have an announcement. It's not about the vault. This will come later. You know, 2 weeks ago, I came on and I showed an old tournament videos that we did in the studio, and I said we're gonna have more competitive stuff soon. And I don't know if anyone noticed on the soon, but today we are announcing the Hero series.
The
what?
Hero series.
Hero series.
That'll do it. The Hero series.
Yeah,
the Hero
logo.
Look at that.
Here we go. So the Hero series. So
what is
the Hero series? Actually, it's a 4-week online tournament that will take place in North America and in Europe.
Okay.
Where people can play in 1v1.
Okay.
Qualify, and there will be an offline final event in the ESL studio in Burbank in Los Angeles. So we are partnering up with ESL for this Hero series.
So can I join?
Money?
Yes, there is a total cash prize of $10,000.
Okay.
Hey.
So for us, it was important to come in and 1v1 is working extremely well. We've seen a lot of people like watching us today. They organize tournaments. There've been a truckload of tournaments organized over the past 4 or 5 months. And the 2 community workshops we've done with you, with Roman, with Damien, that's what they were asking us. Yeah, guys, please do something. Like, we are doing something, but it would be good if you were doing something as well. So that's what we decided to do. We listened to you guys. We
About time.
Tournament.
All platforms.
All platforms, exactly. PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Okay, all platforms.
The way it will work is
the Euro series.
4 weeks of qualifiers. It starts this Saturday.
Right away.
In 2 days, July 8th.
July
The
8th.
15th, the 22nd, and the 29th. So 4 weeks of qualifiers.
So how do I join?
It will work with points. A little bit like the F1 Racing Championship. Like, depending on how you rank, you get some points. And for PlayStation 4 and Xbox, we're going to fly the top player of each zone.
Yep.
So
Okay.
1 player from Europe on PlayStation 4, 1 on Xbox One, same for North America. We fly them to LA to play the final match, and we are taking 12 players from the PC crowd to LA as well. So it's going to be...
So we'll do a big stream with those matches. We'll do a kind of a full-on tournament on the PC side.
Exactly.
And then crowning the champs on the console side.
Exactly. So for us, it's super exciting because we announced it to the team this morning in the studio, and the first tournament we've done amongst us was in December of 2012. So it's nearly 5 years ago, and now finally we are doing one for the players.
About
and
time.
I am super excited to do that. It's a great thing for me. I'm really, really, really happy. And there's something else. The caster competition.
Yes. So in addition to this, we're going to do a caster competition.
Because if you're like us,
Oh, a
and
caster.
you suck
Oh,
at playing, but you love to chit-chat,
Right.
well, you can submit
Yep.
your video of you talking over some For Honor gameplay and describing what's happening, all the fun actions.
The bar is really high. I will
Yeah.
say that. If you've seen our previous streams, we've worked with really great casters already. We've been really lucky to work with those guys. But we did want to give you, the community, a chance to sort of get your foot in the door too. So,
Exactly.
So we're going to be choosing two
Yeah.
winners for the caster competition, also to come out to LA, to Burbank, to do the show with us. And
Okay.
Actually, we can say the date.
that's
of the
pretty
show.
cool.
Can we set a date?
Yeah, our friends in San Francisco said it was okay.
Okay, so let's set, let's set a date.
August 12th is the date of this live stream show, so all of our winners and qualifiers will be coming out. for
Okay,
that
so
weekend.
basically they're getting commentators. All right.
In Los Angeles during summer,
Not too far away.
so it's going to be super cold. Bring your winter jacket
Yes.
because now it's going to be very interesting. You're going to be there.
I will.
Will probably be there as
Is
well.
Pascal going to be there?
Yeah, you crazy?
Good.
We want people to participate.
And we'll have a
in
good
this.
time.
Exactly. No, Pascal might stay behind. No, we don't know yet. Maybe you could take Pascal there.
That's one of the winning rewards. You get to not meet Pascal.
Oh, we love Pascal. It's not nice. But and to get more information, I'm not sure if the site is up yet. If it's not, it will be up during the day.
Yep.
It's forhonorgame.com/Hero Series.
Yeah, if you go, once it's up, if it's not up right now, once it's up, you can sign up right away, get your spot in this Saturday, the 8th, the first round of the qualifiers.
Yeah, so if you think you're amongst the top players in the world, if you think you're a top gun in the For Honor hierarchy, well, now is the time to go on and show everyone what you're really made of, because we want really to have the best of the best
Right.
in that event. And based on some gameplay I've seen here at the community workshops, if that is an indication of the type of talent we're going to get for that event, it's going to be amazing.
It should be really fun to watch on the final event
Yeah.
too. Like,
Where's the
it's
hype?
always really cool to see that highlight.
I don't know where the hype is.
I'm glad we're able to do it across all of our platforms.
Yes.
I know that PC is where super hardcore competitive guys are, but to not give love to the other platforms would be a miss, I think. So I'm glad that we get to do some form of all of it for all of you. So I'm
I
psyched.
agree.
Yeah. So just again, those dates, it's every Saturday, the 8th, the 15th, the 22nd, and the 29th. Those are the 4 qualifiers. And as Luke said, it's points. So if for whatever reason you have to miss one of them and you're a really good player, you still have a chance to get to the finals. So make sure you participate. Again, the website is forhonorgame.com/Hero Series. We think it is up now. I see it on
yeah.
Pascal's computer. Thank you, Pascal.
So
for telling
Pascal
us.
makes some.
All right, so we got to go and register.
So you can go
All
now,
right.
sign up, get your spot in, and we will Love to see it. And as well, that's also where you go to submit your entries for the caster competition. And as far as the entries go, just a YouTube video, yourself talking over For Honor gameplay, ideally showing your skills, not just blabbing over it, but really showing everything that's going on. If you want reference, check out the previous streams we've done. Like I said, those guys are top casters that we've worked with Brandon and Sohinki. They really set the bar high. So that's kind of what you were looking for. So it's okay if it's not your own gameplay footage. That's totally fine.
Oh yeah, no, because we want to hear your voice. That's what
we just want to hear.
That's what you expect. So, and if you go, like Eric mentioned, if you go watch the previous streams, it was on May 15. If you go in the video tabs on Twitch, you can see it there, and you can see like the incredible job that those two guys have done during the stream. And I was quite impressed actually to see their level of knowledge about the game. And for us, we've been working on that game forever. It's still today, many months after we launch, it's always enlightening to see how much people know the game and all the detail that they know. It's
for
great.
Sure. Cool. So there it is. There's the Hero series. Hope some of you are excited about that. I already know what some of your comments probably are, but we'll get to the Q&A later in the show.
Exactly.
So thank you. Again, the details will be found on that website. So
all right.
There. And maybe if you have some additional
next?
questions when we get to the Q&A, we can get to those. But while Luke is still here, I would say let's go to the vault, Max.
All right, what's in the vault? Better be good. This better be good.
Love it.
He's got his own intro.
Yeah, the vault. So yeah, the vault. So
what did we get this week?
What I get this week is a fun video we've done 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
I talked about during the tournament that we did that during the annual assembly of Ubisoft that we do every year. This one was from 2014. The one we're about to show was from the year before.
Wow.
And the goal of those videos is to share with our colleagues where we're at in production.
Okay.
And sometimes it's a mood video, sometimes it's gameplay, sometimes it's live gameplay, sometimes it's a presentation. And for us, what we wanted to capture, and I say us, I associate they because I joined right after I saw that video. I was with Stefan and Jason at E3, and when we were producing that video, and it actually showed the core feeling of what being a warrior is all about. And you'll see some very old gameplay.
So 2013, is that right?
Yeah, 2013. So everything you'll see there was before June 2013. So you'll see some stuff that you probably never seen before. You will probably never see again.
Will we see Roman with hair?
Come on. Roman with hair is like Pascal being useful during the stream.
You're not funny.
It's like Santa Claus. We all heard
I know
about
that
him,
it exists. I've seen pictures.
Show
Santa
me
Claus
hype.
or Pascal?
Both.
Okay. No, but no, seriously, no, Roman doesn't have any hair. But as you see, I think we...
It is not that funny.
One thing we realize when we go through that vault footage is we aged a little bit throughout those years.
It's like watching Obama over the course of the presidency.
Yeah, not that bad. But poor guy. But no, it's you see some like Roman and Jason change a lot. So I hope you enjoyed it. For me, it was a cool video.
Cool.
And again, at the end, you'll see Hero. That was our code name from back in the days.
Which kind of ties into the Hero series. I forgot to mention
See, man,
that.
it goes full circle. Everything was part of the plan.
Yes.
Like in the Matrix.
We could be. We'll never know.
Never know.
We die. Which hopefully is a long way away.
Yeah, hopefully. So that's it for me on a vault. I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you very soon.
Let's check it out.
Yep.
Thank you, Luke.
Just show the dang video. Get this over with. Put those down. You might hurt somebody.
Okay.
Y'all don't know what y'all doing.
Again, motherfucker, come on.
Don't curse in my live stream. Might get me demonetized. Okay, buffering. What the hell is this? I guess it's how all games start out. It's just funny looking at it.
Want to fight? Let's fight.
Come on!
Oh yeah, the game was called Hero before For Honor.
Yes, that was great. Jason, we love you. He looked so young.
Yeah.
He looked so young. Not that he looks old. I'm just saying he looked very young there.
But we need to stop with the L jokes. And...
I mean, I've. When you're in the club, you can make the jokes. Like Damien can't make a hair joke.
No.
He would get body slammed by you. Roman and Damien are back. These are the guys that you care about seeing on the stream, I know. I'm just here to facilitate it. Before we get into Q&A stuff, we thought we would talk about how the public test went. Yes. Some feedback, some next steps, all of that.
Patch Raider. Patch Raider.
We actually, we have a great community of players, and I want to give a shout out to our man Baras.
Yeah.
I like Baras a lot because, as you've seen with his posts, he doesn't hold back with his criticisms, and that's totally fine. He's a very genuine dude, but at the same time, he really cares about the game. So he, sort of during the public test, he helped compile some feedback from a bunch of the other top players too, and to send directly to us, and that's really helpful for us. So we have,
So we'll go through the list.
yeah.
Basically.
So we thought we'd go through his
Through
feedback
the list of feedback.
and sort of give you an
So
idea
first,
of what we're working on.
public test was super useful. Lot of very cool feedback. We tested for the first time the routers, the routers.
The routers.
The
Somebody get this man a translator.
To see how it was working and things like that. So we're looking at the data about that, of course. And
Make the chat explode.
and we receive a lot of cool feedbacks. We've done some interesting exploits. So yeah, so let's go through everything. Matchmaking relaxation is too big. You shouldn't get match made with players that are significantly lower or higher than you. Yes, they are right. We did it that way because it was a public test with
Small
a very
population.
small population. So we had to expand it more so that you find matches and tournaments. But the plan is not to be as relaxed as what it was on the public test.
So it should be a lot more constrained to the ranks around you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ranking loss when match with and then we had impact on, because you're playing against people that are far away from you in the ranking. You had big jumps and big also decrease of your rank depending on if you were winning or losing, which was a consequence of that. But still, we want to tweak the ranking update, so it's something we're looking at. Thanks to the public test.
So just as an example, just to continue to
Yeah,
clarify.
yeah.
So you could lose a match against someone and lose like over 100% of your rank.
Yeah.
Well, duh.
And
If they're like a
Wow, you
bronze
said
and
that
you're like a platinum, of
so
course.
Camrac came on the show a few weeks ago and explained, I think, the curve.
Yeah.
Did he get into? I don't know if he got into the math of it, but the way the ranking works, it's not just like step by step by step by step.
Yeah.
It's based on the ranks of everyone playing, right?
Yeah, the population is within that curve basically, where you have most of the players that have a specific skill, and then the better skill you go, the less players you get,
Right.
and or the worse skill you go, the less players you get.
Yep.
So you have a big chunk of population where everybody has the same skill or close skill, but the further you go, the lesser people you get. So it's something we need to play with to be able to rank people and do matches all together.
Cool.
It's something where basically overall we're looking at how the ranking is being updated with the rank points and things like that based on the whole matches that we see on the public test. Ties. So many things about ties. Ties right now was causing, we agree, weird loss and gain of rank.
What?
And it's even if for the tournaments we need to decide with a tie who wins, who get to go, and who loses. Right now, the impact on the ranking is too big. Right. So it's something we want to change. So it's also something we're looking into. And then there are people, let's clear that out, that are cheesing the tie,
Yes.
which was one of the big issue of the public test, something that existed before but has a bigger impact on public test. So it's also something we're looking into. How can we make people forced to do all themselves, basically, to not allow the tie cheesing. And so that's the running away for ties and things like that. Need a way to prevent the enemy running away.
Sorry,
for
just
ties.
on that note, I'll mention. So I was actually one of our designers reached out to me this morning about that, asking if we have good reference video of that happening during the test.
Yeah.
Just so they can sort of see the player behavior. So if you happen to take video of another player doing that, you know, like just running endlessly instead of letting you finish your duel, can you?
Oh,
send
I
it
go
to
through
me?
that every day.
Whether it's on Twitter or Discord or whatever.
We went through that yesterday
help
with that
our
Orochi.
designers to sort of figure out the best solution to the problem. We got some also from Baras and the other players, some good suggestions of ways to do it. So they're working on what's the best way to do it.
I've seen it on streams also. So
Cool.
it's,
So if you could send that to me,
yeah.
or even just a description, that would be just helpful for the team here.
The tournament mode needs a reason to care about your tournament placement that isn't tied to cosmetics. So basically feedback on the rewards. Right now the rewards are only cosmetic and they are random because you can pick a different hero within the tournament. So they're not focused on your main. It could be for any hero. So, and we weren't telling it. So sometimes you got a reward, but you were saying it's a reward for that character. So it wasn't clear for the player either. So it's something we're looking into. How can we update the ranking? So yes, I don't know what we can do, to be honest, but we're discussing it with the team.
It's definitely a concern that we share, and we want to improve rewards of tournaments.
Several map vetoes per player are required. So yes, that's also one of the reasons why the cheesing was so big, is because it was on all maps. Of course, we want to have only a small subset of the maps for the tournaments. It's something we will have in the next public test, and something we want to do. So same thing if you have, I think you already reached out some community members, but if they have advices on the maps we should take, we have some ideas on our own, but we can also share that with the players. So ranked match take too long. So this feedback is based about the fact that when somebody joins and then leaves the game, then sometimes you have to wait too much for the next match. So suggestion to say that if your opponent has quit the tournament, then you should be able to quit the tournament too without penalty. It's not something where we want to go, because as soon as we do that, it means that we can just destroy the tournament.
Right.
So when you go
effect.
in a tournament, you commit for a specific time. And even if your opponent quits, you will play the next matches. And sometimes when the opponent quits, he can come back. Maybe he got a disconnection or an issue or whatever. He can come back and he can still be in the tournament, even if he forfeited for that specific match. So it's the tournament is not over, and we don't want to create opportunities to break the tournaments, basically.
Okay, that's reasonable.
So the voice line were super cool, very positive feedbacks on those, but maybe the ability to skip some of the screens, some of the lights.
The announcer guy.
The announcer.
There's
so
some mixed
also,
emotions about that, man.
Something, if we can do it in the future, being able to add more skips, we'll look at it.
Can you stop with the bottle of water, please? Pascal is going to get big hungry against you.
Oh, sorry, Pot. I'm just thirsty. I'm thirsty.
Ah oui. Très important. Let's switch in French. No. In ranked mode, you had some of the features that are coming in the next patch, but they weren't all finished or perfect. And one of those features is that it displays your skill and compare your skill to your opponents.
Right.
But the UI was working, but the feature was broken in the tournament. We said it was in the non-issues. But we had some feedback saying, hey, I don't understand, I'm plat, he's gold, but the skill is saying that I'm lower skill than him, doesn't make any sense. It's normal, the feature was broken, so it's normal, don't...
It was not making any sense.
It was not making any sense.
And that is planned to be fixed?
Yes, it's
Please
planned to be
give me
fixed for
some
the
good
patch,
news.
of course. I don't know for the next public test which branch will take, so I don't know
Okay.
if that part will be fixed.
Right.
Because the purpose of the public test is to test the tournament.
Right.
So,
Yep.
but then if it's fixed, we will just remove it from the non-issues of the public test.
Great.
Ranked queue is timing out too early, 3 minutes. Yes, totally agree. The timeout was way too short. In fact, it was a mistake. It was supposed to be much higher. So, so yes, that's something we will fix for sure. Then we had also some feedbacks on the PTL, on the public test itself. So we had some feedback about the.
This is so freaking boring.
Some perception of.
You guys need to be
between
ashamed of
players
yourself.
with the routers. So that's why we did that public test to see.
Where's the hype?
behavior of router, the consequences. Does it induce more lag or not, or is it depending on where you are in the world? So if you have a router next to you or not. For example, in Oceania, in Australia, they don't have one, so so they saw some lag, etc. So that was the purpose. Now we're looking at the data. So exact ping between players and things like that, and so that's one of the learning we want to get from that public test.
And just to be clear, because I saw a couple people say it, just to be really clear, the routers are not dedicated servers. I saw people use that terminology on the Reddit. It's not.
It's something different.
Man,
it's
season
just
3
we're going
starts
through a router
and literally
not directly from one player to the other.
Right.
like
So it
20
allows
days.
us to have any NAT type players.
Give
playing
us some
together.
season 3
It
info
allows us to
now.
hide the IP of the players and things like that.
I want it now.
But that's the main reason of the thing. Then feedback on the mail.
Are we getting
shown
new
at the bottom of
characters?
the screen, and that's a mistake.
Yes.
Something we will remove. And the overlay, there were some debates on the overlay. I don't know what we'll do about it, because we need to know if that video
Are you
is
gonna up
from
the gear
public
score?
test
Right.
or from the normal game when we look at videos or bugs or stuff like that. But we can see if we can.
Are you gonna add new game
Too
modes?
fucking intrusive.
Maybe it was too intrusive, but at least it was easy to spot.
These are questions I need answers to.
This video.
But the email was definitely a mistake. So
Yeah, the email was so.
Are you
it
gonna
was
fix
things
the
we're
turtle?
using when we were,
The turtle
doing
meta.
live periods on NDA basically.
This is all we care about.
So,
All this stuff they're talking about right
It was a
now,
mistake
no
on our
one
end.
cares.
So I will just check if I answered everything.
Nobody cares.
So no ranking updates on Thai, something we want to do. Yes, there was another one that is important, is that sometimes it was more valuable, it was more interesting for the player to quit the tournament because they would get a lower rank penalty or rank loss.
Who
that
cares?
If they were losing against that player.
Who
So
cares?
same thing, it's something.
You don't need to tell
what
us
we wanna
this.
do design-wise is that when you leave, when you abandon the tournament, you will get the worst penalty you can get. So it will be bigger than a loss against the worst player you can face in a tournament, basically.
Okay, nobody cares.
And Alt F4 is something different. So Alt F4 wasn't giving a penalty on the ranking, a loss on the ranking. That's also something we want to fix. And also something we want to fix is that we were allowing players to quit, to join back a tournament 2 times. We will decrease that to 1. So you can only have one problem in the course of the tournament. If you do it more than 1, it means that you're maybe generating those problems.
Do we even know
Can you
anything
look
that
at
season 3 is going to
Yeah.
bring?
like if people continue to abuse it,
Yeah,
we'll
agreed.
reevaluate.
What else? Just checking if there is anything else. The length of the matches of Duel is also something we're looking into.
The length of
because
the
we saw
matches.
some ties where people were killing.
This is what we're
the other
talking
one,
about.
then it was a tie
The
because
length
it
of
was ending
matches.
too soon, so it's something we're looking into. Matchmaking relay section, we spoke about that. Yeah,
Right,
I
this is
think
like
we
school,
went
man.
through everything.
Yep.
So
What about the
basically, ranking
next-
update, etc.
Next steps.
So next steps is to fix as much as we can for the next public test.
Okay.
And test it again,
Okay.
basically.
So there will be another public test.
Yes,
Yeah.
there will be another this summer soon. We can't give a date right,
Right.
now because we're
It's
still
not
planning it.
set in
But
stone.
yes,
Because
gonna
it
be
also
released soon.
depends on the fixes we can do, how fast
He
we
said
can
this
do
summer.
those, etc.
So we'll do another public test on the ranked duel tournaments.
Yeah.
With as many changes as we can do in that time frame.
Yeah. Yeah,
And anything
on the
else?
things we just spoke about.
Right.
So as many as we can do on that whole list.
And what?
Yes. This is the part where you talk.
What is going on?
This is the part where you ask me questions.
Oh. The question I want to ask you that you're for some reason avoiding is that.
Okay, so we can say that. That was my question.
Yes, that's.
No, also, so the next PTS not only will allow us to test the fixes for the tournament ranking 1v1, but so by the way, it should come later this month. But also there will be a first integration of changes on the defensive meta. So changes.
Thank you.
On the chip damage, changes.
Thank you.
On the out of stamina state. Changes,
Thank you.
Some changes on parry, etc.
Thank you.
A more detailed list when the build is done.
There we go.
But
That's what we want to hear.
for us, it's interesting to test those modifications in the ranked test because people will be playing for win.
For
So
sure.
that will be interesting.
So that will be very interesting, and we'll be very interested in your feedback on that. And I'm sure you'll give plenty of feedback on that. But there you go. I mean, that is one of, if not the most commonly asked question is like, we still haven't heard anything about the defensive meta changes. When is it coming? So that is your first chance to get a taste of it.
And that's going to be a first batch of change, not necessarily the final ones.
Right.
And we might make other change in the future, but that's a first batch that we think is interesting, and we want to get broader feedback out of it.
Right.
All right,
Very
there we
cool.
go.
All right. So while you are here, let's do some Q&A.
So basically, the whole
so
dev
we're
stream
not just going to go straight to the chat.
was that one
this week.
announcement.
I spent some time gathering questions for you guys from the community. First, I have a couple of the more current ones. So in the public test, which was built on version 1.09, which is not currently out yet, there was a change to the Raider.
Yes.
People caught.
Please.
The Stampede charge was changed. So the question is,
Nerf it.
what up with that?
Right.
So the issue with Stampede charge that we are fixing, it's
Shit
basically
broken.
when you trigger the move, it takes, I think it was 500 milliseconds of build-up. So basically, you're running toward the guy. Maybe sometimes he's running toward you. And between the moment where you press the button to trigger the Stampede charge and the moment where it's actually going to grab the guy, it's 500 milliseconds. So that was the reason why that move was really hard to learn. It's not only, it's a move that is not really hard to dodge, but also I'm getting close to you, and when I'm thinking I'm in range, I press the button, and well, actually, yes, you're in range, but there is no connection at that moment.
Yeah.
And when the connection happens, 500 milliseconds later, you can be wherever you want. So the change we made is we made that shorter, so now during the build-up, you can actually grab the guy. So that was in the test server because it's a change we made on TO3.
No, that's not what we're talking about.
Is that build up too fast? We'll see.
Yeah. You got the guys.
No, I'm talking about the damn vacuum it gets you and you already dodge and it still sucks you up.
Issue around that.
That's the
goal was
problem.
really to make that move
Like Shigoki.
really useful in being able to.
Like old Shigoki.
But actually, sort of another great example of why.
So he ducked the
public test is
question.
a cool thing. Gives us a
Yes.
little early glimpse.
And our goal is to use that more in the future to test balance changes on the characters.
People have been asking about that too. Cool. So another thing, I don't know if we've addressed it, but might as well. It doesn't hurt to address it again if we haven't. So there's I'm going to sound like an idiot when I try to phrase it, but there's the there's a tech, the unlock tech, where you do dodge and attack. That is, I think, on all the characters, or at least it's on a number of characters. And the question is, are we going to do anything about that?
Yes, of course. So yes, there is a new unlock tech that has been found that is actually there since almost always. So yes, we're working on it, but it's a fix on the code side, not on data side, so it can't be addressed in a live update. So that's why it's going to take a little bit longer. We can do a quick fix on this one, but it should come in the next code patch.
Cool.
So as fast as we can on this one.
Cool. All right. Now to the big list of questions. So thank you everyone in the community for always posting these cool, very well thought out questions. I know we always get to all of them.
Ask them.
And I mentioned last week on the show, and I haven't done it yet, but I want to work on a public FAQ because we do get a lot of the same questions where we can kind of just post up a huge list that are answered, so you don't need to always rely on this stream to get the answers. And in some cases we have a vacation on a Monday, like this week, and then it just makes things shorter to actually get all your questions. But we have a bunch
also that will be useful for us to post update and status of something.
So that is a big initiative on my side.
Can you ask the question, please?
Get it done.
What are you looking at? Ask the question.
So actually, a bunch of these are from our competitive subreddit, a community we love very much and constantly thinks that we ignore them. So let's get into it. User P Dog Eyes Berserker.
That's the best part of your job.
Yeah. P Dog Eyes Berserker asks, you changed block speed shifts on the slow guard on the slow guard switch characters. Sorry, it's been a long week. Do you plan to make it so we don't have to wait 200 milliseconds to literally do anything else? Always enjoy the freezing. So in case you missed it, you can't swap and parry fluidly, nor are you allowed to dodge until that 200 milliseconds is up.
Yes, please. That's the big thing with Valk sweep. If you try to block the second light and you miss, you can't dodge the sweep.
It's always been our intention to have a different behavior between assassins and the other character in terms of stance changes and their ability with stance changes. And so basically, you have a delay after you switch stance for all the other character around defensive. It's not the same delay between if it's a defensive or an offensive move. Whereas for the assassin, it's the same delay, it's 100 milliseconds after. And so for all the other class, the issue it's currently with dodge. It's to consider whether or not it's a defensive or an offensive tool. For us, have the delay between I switch my stance and I can't attack instantly, that's normal. That's part of the trade-off that you don't have with the assassin because as a vanguard, let's say you can hold your guard. So when you switch your guard, it's a little bit more commitment. And so there's a little bit more delay in terms of how fast you can attack out of it. Whereas assassin, that's part of the character, you're faster, etc. Now, is dodge an offensive or a defensive tool? For us, so far, we had pushed it toward the offensive tool because it would allow you to counterattack and do stuff. Actually, it's an interesting feedback. We are still arguing internally whether we need to make it available, like it's considered as a defense, and so it should be available instantly after, or it's actually an offensive tool, and we need to keep it on a different timing. There's still an argument around that.
Okay. Cool. User MivK PS4 asks, okay, this is about the flicker. Have you considered changing the zone attack input to be the feint button to fix the flicker issue? Feint button would then be a multi-purpose button similar to the guard break button. Or move the zone to chat button to R3 or something, is what he said, or something.
Basically, change the input of the zone attack to not have the flicker.
Yeah.
So, come back on flicker. Yes, like we said multiple times, it's an issue.
Please.
We know it, we're working on it. Actually, we have a fix that we are currently testing in-house, and if it's interesting, we'll deploy it on the PTS. Why not changing the input? Because changing the input is not necessarily solving the issue. It creates other input conflicts. We tested it on the feint button. It was causing for us other issue. So it's not a magical solution. Same putting in instead of the quick chat button on the quick chat button. Then it forces you to play with your fingers like that on the left hand. Something that's not everybody finds comfortable. Actually, really few people like that, etc. So there's issues. There was other issues around that. So, and also in terms of pure game feel, it's an attack, and I want it to stay into those attacks. But I think it's interesting.
Your right hand.
I think it's interesting to keep it on on the attacking buttons. So and there was no magical solution around placing it on the face button. But we think we got an issue. We're testing it, and we're gonna test it also on the live server.
Bless you,
All right.
Pascal.
At least they're working on it. All right, I'll take it.
Yeah, someone else had that same question, so shout out to StayPunk89. I mean, it's a cool solution. It just is not the solution that's going to work for us. So, this one is from Hotchkiss50. It's a long one. I think it's similar to the one that we... oh, here you go. Can you address the problem that attacks against assassins goes through their reflex guard on the last second of blocking?
Yes, that was a bug. It should be fixed in the next season because it's requiring a lot of changes in the graphs and basically in the data and in the code. So it's something that we need a big patch, like a new season, to be able to address.
Okay.
So it should be fixed in season 3.
All right.
Cool. There you go, Hotchkiss. And I think that's my Roman questions.
Yeah, there is
One more?
Endervex. Snakezar recently found out that dodge recoveries among heroes is extremely varied. What's the reason for this decision? Well, actually, it's something that we want in the game. We think that dodge is a move that is specific to each hero, that is not a generic defensive move, because some heroes can attack, some heroes have shorter recovery, some heroes travel bigger distance while dodging, some heroes can cancel their dodge with other elements, etc. And so the dodge recovery for us is part of the tuning elements that we use on the dodge of each hero. So yes, knowing the dodge recoveries of your heroes or the heroes you're facing is part of the knowledge that you can have.
Cool.
All right.
Big D,
Yay!
how you feeling?
I'm.
Did you fall asleep in the last 2 minutes?
Yeah, I'm like, no. I'm spot on.
I was asleep the whole stream.
On. Question from, this is not on the competitive subreddit, I don't think. I think this is on our forums. Blowdig Baron. In regards to this PlayStation, which is a console some of you PC players might have heard about, I'd like to see a join friend option available. I don't know if we need to go into details.
You have to explain
Yes.
it. Yeah. And I think it's valuable for all platforms. In fact, it's in our backlog. It's something we'd like to do, to be able to join a
You
friend.
see a friend is playing. jump
in a
into their
match
session.
that is not full, which is rare, but it can happen. So it's something that is in our backlog. I don't have any ETA or what, but it's in our backlog. Something we'd like to do.
So it's something that we like to do, that is on our task list, and
Right.
that will come at some point.
Yeah.
Yes, as goes the story with task lists. Cool. From Champion Ruby 5OG, why do we have to wait until September until the new executions? They're already in the game files, but we have to wait over 2 months for them? This doesn't make sense.
So I don't know where he's taking September
don't
as
either.
a final date, but why not?
Did we say September on a show? If we did, send me a
I
clip.
don't think we did, but
Shame me, I don't mind.
and I'm not even sure it will be in September. Anyway,
So later?
It's not because those files were on the game and they leaked that it means that those things are ready. Because yes, you have a video that shows it, but it's only between 2 heroes. It's only in a specific situation, etc. We try to create the videos and things quite early, even when the feature, when the content is not finished.
So when are we getting
the
them?
content is not ready yet. That's why you have to wait. So
Yeah, those videos are made so far in advance.
yeah.
There's a difference between playing an animations on characters and actually having them
Working.
plugged in all situations.
For all character with all combinations and yeah.
Right.
And sometimes the data is not over, sometimes it's not polished, sometimes it's not optimized. So sometimes an FX, even if we can take the video, it's not optimized yet. So we can't run it in the game. We need to do a pass of the optimizations and things like that. So there is still work that we need to do on those content.
I mean, I understand, but how hard can it be?
From front and behind of the characters.
Like you say, different situations, all the executions
Not
play out the
because the
same
video
no matter
leaked.
where you are on the map.
It's
The
actually
content is
sitting there and
ready.
we're like, no, it's here, we won't release it for
Right.
that.
Okay.
You act
Question
like
from
Not always the case.
your execution
from New
differs
Francis.
from the
I like
terrain
that.
you're in.
Is it
That's not even the
possible
case.
to improve the progression stats?
But what do I know?
By adding more data. I want progression with more complete data like FH Tracker. FH Tracker is awesome, by the way. That's a cool site, whoever owns it.
So it's also something that is in our backlog. We want to do put more data in the game, basically show more stats on the player profile and things like that. We're just not there yet, but it's something we want to do.
Great. Oh, I've got a Roman one. Question from Cyber Akiba. Any way to see more game modes implemented in the game apart from ranked
Well.
sooner or later? Yeah, that's the question.
I want answers.
So like we announced in our year one trailer like 5-6 months ago, yes, there's gonna be new game modes.
Then where's that?
Currently we have people working on new game modes, so yes, that's definitely a new content that will come.
How long we got to wait? Season 5?
We're working on it, guys. Cool things too, actually, but yes. Question for Damien. KZoon84. Are there any plans on special events, like, for example, a double XP weekend? Or free
We've only had one
weekend
event since the game came out, and that was from the new DLC.
So that's a very good question. Yes, there are plans. The team is working on it.
Oh, then where is it?
Right now.
Yep.
So as soon as it's ready and we can push it, we will do it.
Right.
So yeah, it's
Cool.
something. It's our present reality. We're working on that.
Great.
Been 5 months.
So
Ubisoft.
there are a lot of we're working on it.
One event in 5
This
months.
is a constant back and forth. You know, if we don't answer questions, we get a lot of flack for not answering questions, which I understand. A lot of the times our answers are we're working on it because that's literally what we're doing. We don't want to just give you a date and then not to hit the date and then not hit the date because it's all very much in flux because we're working on a lot of things. So I've been told, and I hope this is the general consensus, that it's preferred to give an acknowledgement and a we're working on it than to just ignore you. So that's why we're giving you these answers. It's the truth. But yes, we know about these things. Yes, we're working on them. And there's even more that we're working on that you don't know about. So that's the deal there. So again, thank you so much to everybody for all those questions. I hope you are somewhat satisfied that we went through and answered a bunch of them. And obviously these guys are back again on our next show.
Well, they dodged most of the
But
questions.
before we go, fun time.
They
we
dodged
got more
most of them.
questions. Sorry.
Yes.
Oh.
Just every time when I think we're done, one of you guys is like, no. All right, go ahead, Damien.
The first one. People
first
from
one.
Brazil ask if they can play the tournament, the Hero Series. The answer is yes, of course.
Is that
Jump in.
true?
So is that,
Is that
It is.
true?
was that a
I
real
didn't know the
question?
answer, so I did not answer it. It should be on the website if you have a.
And
Okay,
if
no.
there is a
Pascal confirms yes.
There is a website for them. So if it's not true, then I don't know what we're
You
doing.
already said
Great.
this.
So yeah. And regarding the black screen bug and freeze, we
From
know.
Break Us, good question.
We know it's,
Yeah,
it's a big
okay.
one. The team is on it. I don't have any news on that, but I know it's.
That's a
something we're
frustrating
working
one
on
that
it.
has, yes, that has
Okay.
remained a
And
lot longer than we would like.
Those types of bug, when we say we're on it, it's not like, yeah, it's somewhere and people, it's taking forever to work. No, it's sometimes those type of bugs are actually really hard to reproduce.
Yeah.
And like maybe for you it's happening all the time. For us, it's really, really difficult to reproduce them. So it takes a really long time to reproduce them. Sometimes we don't even have reproductions method to do it. It's just random. And so it takes a lot of investigation, code-wise, data-wise, etc., to understand what is causing that. So yes, it's a fucking annoying bug. I get it. And it already happened to me.
Roman,
The issue is
don't curse on my live
yeah,
stream.
cool. Oh, I got the bug. Guys, standing in the middle of the open
You're gonna
space.
get
I
me
got the fucking black
demonetized.
screen bug. Okay, cool. How did you do it?
No idea.
Okay, come do it on my machine. So that's the issue. That's why it takes longer than we wish it would take, but that's the reality.
Okay. Yes, Damien, can we move on to our community videos now?
We
How
can.
do you feel?
We have
Pascal,
an empty
Pascal, you're
screen.
good? Pascal gives me the thumbs up. All right, so we've got a good set this week. Oh, this one's cool. This is by user XX Ryoko XX on Reddit and YouTube, and this is called the Temple Garden Cinematic. I feel like we should hire this person.
The hell am I watching? I will body that kensei. How you get all the way back there? The hell did
so
I just
relaxed
watch?
now.
Very chill.
That was just
That was fucking cool, actually.
that was great, right?
Yeah,
That's
some
cool.
really great shots in it.
Like I said, we should hire that person. Okay, next one. PK has severe lapse in judgment by Happy Camper Bob on Reddit. This one's a GIF, so we can talk over it if we want. Oh, yeah. Knocks his own teammate off the ledge.
Oops.
As if PKs don't have a bad enough reputation already, guys. Come on.
Oops.
Okay.
That was some.
Oh, okay. So last week we had one by this guy, Hell Euphoria. Yeah, I'll sit forward so I don't look like a slob. I'll look less like a slob. Hell Euphoria, he's doing this series of videos called For Honor Against the Odds. So this is Against the Odds number 5. Last week was the kind of epic one that we watched. This one's, I think, much shorter, but still worth watching. Hell Euphoria Against the Odds.
This better be good. I better see you take on like a 4v1. I like the Attack on Titan music. You're really setting the mood. I love it. All right, that Centurion is kind of trash. The gank would have been over if that was a good Centurion. That's it? A 2v1? That's it?
Pretty good.
Not
Nice
bad.
play.
Huh?
Pretty good.
Nah.
Like I said, less epic than last week's when he took
3 out of
on
10.
3 guys for like 10 minutes straight. Okay, this is by...
Still good.
Yeah, still good for sure.
Still good.
Still by Reddit user WellBangOK. Surprise bear hug.
A Shigoki? Yep.
I wish my hyper armor stopped that attack. Nobody expects the Shigoki hug.
Nobody expects the Shigoki hug.
Somebody fire
I think
him.
he had some feedback for you there too about the hyper armor. I don't know. Okay, Dinkeldorf on Reddit. Throw of the century.
Oh my god.
Yes.
This is about to be
Oh, yeah,
dumb
this-
and I
this
know
is a
it.
good one. This is a GIF.
Very good quality of GIF.
That dude threw all the way from the tower. I'll just watch it one more time.
Aye.
Nice shot.
I think last week we showed the guy like doing sniping with the
Yeah.
bow. Like people are getting really good with
Grenade launcher.
the ranged attacks. Okay, this is a personal favorite of Max, who's back on the job today. Hawk Guy Games on Reddit. Obi-Wan would have saved Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon? I don't know. I can't even pronounce Star Wars names. If it hadn't been considered dishonorable. Wow. Pretty good.
I love it.
And then our last clip by Zero Crack on Reddit. Go ahead, Shinobi.
This is
make my
painful to
day.
watch.
This is a GIF. Oh, yes. Makes his intentions pretty clear. This warden's not having any of it. Watch it one more time. It's satisfying. Going for it.
Oh,
I don't
my.
understand why he does it.
The Shinobi? Why?
Why?
Shinobi?
It's like-
I don't
like
think
the guy is waiting
maybe he
for
didn't.
it.
Yeah, maybe he didn't know it could be countered. Again, thank you to everyone for those clips.
Just end
we
the
love
stream.
seeing them. It always gives a nice boost to the team working on the game. So
Save
keep
your
them coming.
dignity. Just end the stream.
Posting them on Reddit, it works. You can always send them directly to me. People do that, but no need to change up what's working. The good thing about Reddit is you can filter by video or filter by creations, so that's always helpful. So that's pretty much it. I wanted to give a few shout-outs.
No
We
shout
already
outs.
did this, but the PTS players.
Nobody
as
deserves
you can
shout
see,
outs.
the feedback that you gave us is being acted upon already by the team, and it was super, super helpful. And this is why we do the public test. We, want to make it as good as possible with your input. So it's really cool. I want to give a personal shout out to my man Baras. Super in that same. It's on that same topic, but also in general. I talk to a lot of these guys on Discord a lot to sort of. They're almost like advisors, like, here's what's going on, FYI, people are pissed.
Please end the stream.
But always with really good detail to help me understand the real situation. So Baras is great about that. Another guy that's great about that is Scorebrand, who was almost at the very tip top of our ranked matches. It's definitely top in North America this past weekend. Scorebrand's an amazingly good player, so shout out to you. Shout out to the competitive subreddit. I know you think that we ignore you a lot, and I know that you need more love from us, but I can tell you there have been many times I've actually looked over my shoulder because these guys sit behind me. Damien's on there reading feedback. I've seen Roman on there reading feedback. So it's it's definitely an important area of our community. So we do appreciate you guys, and hopefully by answering a lot of your questions this week, hopefully you get that. And I want to shout out this guy, Reaver Red on Reddit. He braved the toxic swamps and made a positive post about our development team on Reddit. It's a deadly move to make these days, but all he did was acknowledging a lot of the work the team has done. He wasn't saying, like, oh, forgive them for the current bugs that we're working on. Like, yes, there's issues that we're working on, and he acknowledges that, but he was like, hey, also we should be fair and acknowledge all the work the team's done. We don't get that story a lot, and I get it. You guys aren't there to give us praise, you're there to give us feedback. But like I said, the climate these days, not always the friendliest, so it's kind of brave to go into Reddit and make a positive post. And he got downvoted a lot, which made me feel bad. But anyway, shout out to you. Again, that sort of thing is always really nice for our team to see that, hey, people out there aren't just angry all the time. They actually appreciate the work we're doing. So thank you
No,
for
we're
that,
all
guys.
angry.
And my final shout out is to
fucking
my man,
pissed.
Scott Jund. I miss you, dude. I miss you. Come back. We love you. We love you. Miss you. Yeah, sure. Shout out to Emil. He's not dead. Gone but not forgotten. Yes, he's going on to new projects, new pastures. Any shout outs you guys want to get that I didn't make?
I think you get them all.
Cool.
Felipe,
And
thank you for the
without
sub, man.
further ado, I would say Fred or whoever's in the chat will kick off the raffle, and we will be out for this week. We'll see you next week, maybe with our first set of results from the Hero Series.
Yeah.
First qualifier. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
So thanks again, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.
Thank
See you guys.
All right, that was a complete waste of my time. Holy shit. Oh my goodness. All right, guys, that is the live stream. So, if you enjoyed, I guess you can leave a like. I didn't. I'm gonna personally dislike this on my own video. So, because I hated this. I mean, they went over some cool points, like the defense meta, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I mean, it was cool. No, it wasn't cool. It wasn't cool at all. But yeah, man. Great stream. Great stream. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this stream up right here, guys. I will probably see you guys again later tonight. So if you want to see like me actually play the game, come through later tonight. And this will be uploaded on the channel because I wasn't playing any copyrighted music. So this will go up on the channel. So I'll see you guys later, man. I play Claude. Thank you for the sub. And I'm out, guys. Peace out.